there's one item I left off of here, and that is your students should establish an account with Pearson VUE. That's usually an overnight process. So when you start your class, just have your students go out to the Pearson VUE website and register for an account. What that account does is it just collects their name, their address, their email address, their phone numbers. Tell your students to list their information in that profile in the way that they would want it displayed on a certificate from CompTIA or a certificate from Cisco, because the information they use to establish their profile is what actually gets printed on your certificate. So if you want your full legal name on there, James instead of Jimmy, let me do that. So again, this is just a few steps. We're going to walk through this process with you. So start off by just going to the VUE website. By the way, you can also do telephone registration, but the website registration is probably quicker because you usually get through a little faster. So from the VUE.com website, you'll click Sign Into Your Account. And then VUE tests for many, many different kinds of companies, not just information technology. They do licensing tests and health tests, construction trades, and so on. But you'll start off with information technology, and then you see all the different IT companies they provide testing for. You'll find CompTIA in that list. Select us. And it is possible, by the way, if you have more than one type of, if your students have more than one type of test they take, they may actually have a couple of different profiles. This is actually the site where if they don't have the account, they can create their new web account to put in their profile. But I already have mine. I will sign in. And this becomes a permanent addition, so once your students begin taking tests, they can view their history, they can update their profile, they can go back and see the tests that they've taken over many years. They can update their profile with their addresses and phone numbers. I always recommend that people put in a permanent email address, like a personal address where they live versus their work address, a personal email address versus their work email address in case they change jobs. What we're going to look at, though, is we're going to schedule exam. So you click on that box. And this is your students, when they begin to test, this is a process that tends to trip people up right off the bat, because our full price A-plus test is listed first. But as you notice over here, there's a scroll bar. So there are a couple dozen tests listed here. Some of them are from different countries. We have tests in different languages and so on. But our tests have a particular code, and the code that they're going to be looking for, and this is in some of your information packets, for A+ is going to be this one. So they're going to look at JK0701 if they're going to take the Essentials exam. And notice as soon as I selected that test, it came down here to this bottom section. And you can actually select and schedule multiple tests in one session, but we'll just do one right now. And notice that it shows you the academic price of $82. I'm going to take that test out of my box for a second. I'm going to go back up here to the full price test. Notice the price there, $178. So that's the full price versus the academic price that your school can be entitled to once you become a partner. I'll go ahead and unselect that, and we'll go back to our academic test again. We'll take the Essentials exam. We'll click the Next button in the lower right corner. It's going to give us some centers. I'm calling in from Indianapolis, Indiana today. So I'm going to tell it to find the 10 centers closest to me. And this is going by my zip code. So one of the local community colleges is about 4.2 miles away. That's pretty easy. I'll choose their location. It shows up down here at the bottom. I'll click Next. It provides me, this is a real-time calendar. So that test center is responsible for maintaining a calendar. And I've decided that I want to take my test on May 22nd. So I'll choose May 22nd, and I can see the available appointment dates because, the schedule is available in real time. And if for some reason I don't find a time that's convenient to me here, I can look at another day. And I can look at a third day if I want to find an appointment later in the afternoon. So I'll take this 2 o'clock appointment. I'll choose select appointment. Notice how that goes up here in the top in the yellow box. Tells me what I'm taking as far as my test, tells me where I'm taking it. I click next. Now, this is asking to verify all of your name and address information, and then it asks for a form of payment. Notice it's telling you you've got a bill here, excuse me, for $82, the exam total, and if I was doing multiple exams, it would all be totaled here. Now, the voucher number that Jessica showed you how to purchase, you would take that 12 to 14-digit number and type it in here, and then click on Apply Voucher. And what you would see is this would change to 0 because the voucher will be used as payment for the test fee. This is where we're going to stop because I'm not going to actually pay for this test. When I would click Next, it would confirm my test time, my test appointment location. It would confirm that I have a 0 balance, and I think it actually provides the address of the testing location and the phone number. This is really all your students will encounter when they go on to register. Once they establish their profile by registering to a web account, it takes just a few minutes to sign on and register. So that's our how to register for an exam demonstration, and that takes us up to the end of our session here. We're just about 2 minutes shy of our ending time. So we'll open up the floor to any questions, and we'll also open up the text message chat for anybody who may have